assets and divest from U.S. corporations providing weapons and other technologies, and enabling the Israeli occupation of Palestine. And yes, it is an illegal occupation. There have been 65 UN resolutions condemning it. This is not unfounded. It's the United Nations. I don't know how else to qualify that. We can agree to the idea that Hamas has launched rockets. This is true. We can agree that Palestinians have gone into Israeli proper and have exploded themselves, suicide bombings. It has happened. There's no way to deny this. But the point is that we are not invested in corporations that are financing these rockets. We are not invested in corporations that are financing these suicide bombings. And that is what you have to keep in mind, because that is what the resolution addresses. U.S. corporations aiding human rights violations. As I said last week, if you find any evidence of U.S. companies providing aid to Palestinian militants, we should include this in the resolution. So just putting that out there. The second thing that the resolution will do is that the AS Investment Advisory Committee will be asked to divest from Hewlett-Packard, which provides technology to the Israeli checkpoints, to the Israeli army that facilitates the checkpoints. And what these checkpoints do is restrict the freedom of movement of Palestinians. And if anyone was at the Richard Falk event yesterday, he is the UN Rapporteur to Palestine, and he is also a professor here. He has stated that the United Nations under the Geneva Conventions of Human Rights, they have clearly stated that preventing Palestinians from moving within their own land is illegal. So the checkpoints are illegal because that is what it does. It prevents them from moving freely. These are not militants that are singled out and sent through these checkpoints. They're children, women, and the entire Palestinian society, the entire Palestinian population in the West Bank. They're the ones that are being put through these checkpoints. It takes them hours to get to school, hours to get to work. This is not preventing terrorism. Preventing a child from going to school, preventing people from going to work is not going to prevent terrorist attacks. Anyway, so yeah, okay, sorry, back to the resolution. So the third point of the resolution is the transparency of assets. So these are the things they're asking for. Re-examination of UC assets, transparency of assets, and specifically an AS, the Investment Advisory Committee, to divest from Hewlett-Packard that is hindering the freedom of movement for Palestinian people in their own land. Rabbi Goodman said that Israel has the right to do business with whoever and whatever entity they would like. Can I continue? Okay, so Israel does have the right to do business with whoever they want to do business with. That is not something that we're denying. We're saying that we as students have the right to contest the fact that our fees are providing this weaponry technology to prevent Palestinians from moving within their homeland and for them to not be surveillance constantly. Yeah, I think that's all the points oh yeah, someone mentioned that we're hiding the fact that suicide bombings take place, that we are not talking about the wars against Israel. Again, this is not something that we're denying. We're just saying that U.S. corporations are not invested in these things, and AS is not invested in these things. So we're asking for neutrality, we're asking for divestment. Withdraw from the conflict completely. Do not financially support either side. And I'm happy to take questions.
Does anyone have any questions for Noor? Simon?
Have you talked to Investment Advisory Committee about any of the things you said, because you mentioned their name a few times?
He asked if you...
Yeah, no, do you want to say it for the audience? Sorry. The question.
I was repeating his... I'm chair right now. I was just repeating his question.
Okay, I have not spoken to the Investment Advisory Committee. I requested the details of which companies they're invested in, and they provided that to us. And that is what this resolution is founded on. We have examined the assets, seen which companies seeing which investments are supporting this occupation, which companies are supporting it, and how much AS money is going to this. So that is what I haven't spoken to them about the divestment resolution specifically, but I don't see why there's need to do that. Because the resolution is asking them to withdraw their assets from any corporations that support violation of human rights.
Just another question.
No, thank you. All right, next up I have here, and then Anisha.
Kevin was about to say your assets.
Senators, President IDP, I come to you on behalf of a national grassroots organization called American Muslims for Palestine. divestment resolution. I would like to read that for you. Dear associated students of UCSB, the American Muslims for Palestine is a national grassroots organization whose mission is to educate the public and media about Palestine and its rich cultural and historical heritage. Much of our work centers on raising awareness of Israel's occupation of the Palestinian people and U.S. financial, diplomatic, and political support that enables Israel to violate international law with impunity. Part of our work also focuses on the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, and working to raise awareness about American companies that profit from the occupation. Therefore, AMP is writing to express our full support of the divestment resolution coming before you this week. We are urging you to vote in support of a resolution to divest